What's going on, everybody? Tim from Ski Racks Media, and today on the podcast, we're going to revisit a topic about someone maybe calling someone else not a real skier. Maybe this happened to you, maybe you've done it to somebody, I don't know, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to revisit a topic here on the Ski Racks Media podcast. So before we get into this, notice the hat. It is Star Wars weekend. It is Episode 9 weekend. So go ahead and take a few minutes out of your ski trip, out of your snowboard trip to go see that. If you're into it, it's going to be huge. You know, I'm into it. I don't hide that. And if you're into it, go ahead and check that out. If not, that's okay too. Just stay out on the mountain. That's cool too. I've spent more than a few weekends out on the hill. But that, I can kind of take this and say going to see this movie and taking time out of a ski weekend or a snowboard weekend is kind of saying there's more to life than skiing. And that's not exactly what I mean, but it is part of today's topic because there are people who will now say, because I said, hey, go check out this movie, that I'm not a real skier, that I'm not a real ski fan, that I'm a poser, that I'm a try-hard or a wannabe or whatever, whatever terminology you use wherever you're from in this planet. They're going to say that. Now, like I said in the intro, I've done this topic before, has someone called you a fake skier or a fake snowboarder? And we're revisiting it because I actually got turned on to the idea of revisiting this when the Big Snow American Dream, the indoor facility down in New Jersey, opened up a couple weeks ago, and people were just hating on it. It's not real skiing. I can't imagine that this would be fun. Take your pick. This is stupid. Someone actually said, and I know social media is a breeding ground for haters. Like, I know that. But, people are just all out and out. This is stupid. Here's the thing. I don't care what type of skier you are. Now, this is me personally. We'll start with that. I don't care what type of skier you are. I don't give a shit if you have been in the learning area for 20 years. I don't care if you are so good that even the backcountry doesn't present a challenge anymore. I don't care if you are the best ski racer in the world, wink. I don't care about any of it. I don't care. I don't care if you ski Colorado. I don't care if you ski New England. I don't give a shit if you're in California. I don't give a fuck if you're in the PNW. I don't care about any of it. And that kind of sounds like a haterish thing to say, and it is. And it's kind of funny that it pisses me off because I don't get offended by anything. But the idea here is ski where you ski the type of skiing that you ski, and then shut the fuck up. Just ski and shut the fuck up. It's that simple. Now, it is a simple idea, but let's get into it a little bit more. Now, when I say I don't care, that doesn't mean I don't care about you. I have friends and fans and followers of Ski Racks Media who ski in all those places I noted. Do I want to try them all? Absolutely. I can't wait to get out to Colorado one of these days. I can't wait to check out Oregon and Washington one of these days. That's going to be a good time. I'd like to do California, and I have to prepare for all these things. You guys know me. I talk about it. The altitude, wrecks me every time. But so I have to, I can't just go. I have to prepare. Well, I guess I could just go and then, well, whatever the preparation is. We don't care about that. I'm not saying I don't care about those people. I'm not saying I don't care about those areas. Those areas are lovely and beautiful and awesome, and I want to do it. But just because you do one doesn't make you better. And I'm saying better. I'm not talking technique. I'm talking, it doesn't make you a better person. You see it all the time. And now I'm adding tryhards into this as well. Because it's bad enough when you get some, real arrogant douchebag who's like, dude, you ski in Vermont, you're a pussy. Go ahead and ski Colorado. I bet you can't do it. Bet you I can because I have the same abilities as you. Like, I learned how to do the same thing you did. Now, to that point of knowing how to do something, there is some big mountain backcountry stuff I can't do. Why? Because I don't have the skills necessary. I don't have mountaineering skills. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to rope up. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I don't know how to actually rock climb or anything like that. That you might need real mountaineering skills. And that's not just to get there, but that's part of the safety, keeping it safe. But there are douchebags who will say, you've never done it, you're not a real skier. There are other assholes who say, if you haven't gotten in a helicopter and gone up and done it, then you're not a real skier. Which is ridiculous because how does that make you any more of a real skier? And it doesn't matter also, and that's really the point of this. This is going to be a complete 100% rantcast day that I'm doing here because this is just, it just gets to me and I don't know why. Because typically I don't care. Talk all the shit you want. I don't care. I really don't, but I know there are people who do. And, I've seen it a ton, and I'll call somebody out if they call someone else out, I mean, we've seen it here. I've ridden lifts and talked to guys who are like, dude, I'm here in Vermont this weekend, but last weekend I was in Colorado. And that's a great start to a story. But when he basically looks you in the eye and calls you a bitch for being here and enjoying here, that's a problem. And then I'll call him a bitch back. Again, I said something in a past episode about, shouting matches and swearing matches when I was younger and dumber. I don't do this stuff anymore. I just get online and rant like normal people in the 21st century. But I don't know, dude. It's, you see it all the time. The arrogance, I think, is really what gets to me. And I understand arrogance. I really do. I've been accused of arrogance at times in my life. Not so much anymore, but in my past. And I tend to think that, you know what? I can't even come up with an answer. Because when you see people talk about how someone who skis the East isn't a real skier or someone who just skis groomers, that's where the tryhards come in. We'll get to that. But saying that someone just skis groomers isn't as passionate as someone who goes to the big mountain. It's not better or worse, dude. It's just different. That's why I'm saying just ski and shut the fuck up. It's just different. If you go ski inside in New Jersey, that's just different. It doesn't make you not a real skier. It doesn't make you not a true fan. It doesn't make you anything more than someone who's trying something different. That's all it makes you. Excuse me, drink water again. That's all it makes you. Park riders. There are some park riders who I've talked to. And again, if anybody else is listening to this who's a friend or fan of Ski Rex Media and, is a park rider, a big mountain rider or whatever, I'm not talking about all of you. I'm talking about specific assholes who just can't live and let live and have to be better than somebody, and it just ends in bullshit. I love my park riders. I'll hang out in the park. I'm not good at it at all. In fact, you know what? I did find the video of me biffing off a box, actually. I thought it was a rail. It's not. It's a box. I remembered it wrong, but I have to find a better copy. It's going to be an SD. Like that I can't fix, but because it's old. But it's an old camera. But I have to find a longer. I found just a little clip, and it's only a piece, and you can barely see it. I have to get the whole clip, so I have to find the original video. It's somewhere in this house. It's somewhere on a computer. It's somewhere on a hard drive. I don't know. Anyway, back to the point. I don't mind going in the park. I don't mind hanging out in the park. I will talk. I will watch. I'll take photos, whatever. But I'm not good at it, and I have no qualms about that. I've never been good at tricks. It doesn't matter. Skis, bikes, skates, skateboard, doesn't matter. Never good at it. But there are people who will say, you're not a real rider then. Like, if you're not doing this, you're not real. If you're not doing... And it's funny that they all say that they're not real. It's like, well, not all of you can be right. People... When one group says when one group says they're right, and another group says they're right, and another group says they're right, that's when you know they're all wrong. They're all wrong. Just shut the fuck up and ski. Just ski and shut the fuck up. Get out there. Enjoy it. That's what we're all out here to do. That's what we're all going to do, and you enjoy it your way. I love you if you ride park. I love you if you're a snowboarder. I love you if you're a skier, and that's telemark, ski boards, whatever, what have you. I don't care if you put bindings that use ski boots for a hard boot on your snowboard. In fact, the bindings that are on my ski boards are also were actually designed, or at least in part designed, to go on a snowboard, to use a hard boot, a ski boot on a snowboard. That's where I got them from. They're a set of bomber bindings, all aluminum, very nice, expensive, almost more than the skis themselves. But we're all out there to just enjoy. And that goes not just for the arrogant guys who are going to look someone in the eye and say, well, you're not a real skier because you're not doing this. You're not going up into the high country and doing this. You're just sitting at Vermont resorts. It's like, okay, dude, case in point. This can be heard, and I haven't heard this one yet, but I'm sure there's a dick out there who will say, who's from up here, even my homeland, is going to look at someone who hangs out in Pennsylvania, in the Poconos, say, where the mountains aren't as high, there aren't as many trails, the mountains aren't as big, and say that's not real skiing. Well, they have a snowboard on their feet. They have skis on their feet. I'm pretty sure they're really doing it. I hope I'm getting this point across well. The more I listen, the more I'm thinking back of what I've just said, I really think I sound like a hater, and I do. But I think people are going to take it the wrong way. I'm not hating on anybody. I'm in love with everybody. All right, that was a little overly dramatic, but I just don't care about how you do it. And I'm never going to shame you for how you do it. And I'm never going to go try hard on you either. Like, I haven't skied this season, and it's for my reasons. People are going to call me a poser straight up. What, Tim from Skier X Media hasn't started his ski season yet? What kind of shit is that? I have my reasons, some of which are probably my fault, some of which aren't. And you don't know them. That's the best part. You don't know them. If you'd like to know them, if you want to get to know me better, we can do that too. I always love making new friends, but I'm not going to try hard on you. I'm not going to say, I'm one of these guys who's at the mountain sleeping in the damn parking lot. And people do this. And again, not shaming you, because there are those who actually do it. The difference between a tryhard and someone who actually does it is the person who actually does it is doing it and not telling you about it. The tryhard is telling you about it. If that makes sense. Maybe that doesn't make sense. We might have to do something else to really get to be able to, define this, to say what I mean. And I think that Just Ski and Shut the Fuck Up pretty much gets the point across. I've been swearing a lot this episode. Isn't that crazy? I think I'm getting more comfortable with all yous out there. And I've heard more than a few of you use cuss words too. And I like cuss words. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, so you got the try-hard kids who will tell you, they do this, they do that. They are there at every powder day and every this. And you come to find out it's not even true. They say, I did this, and that's the only thing they did, but they'll make fun of someone else who maybe rides groomers, but that person's riding them 100 times, 200 times a year. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, you have to come correct. And you can't say, I'm out there, I'll drive through the night, and I will sleep in the parking lot, and in every powder, as long as there's powder, I'm now a powder hound. Dude, you did it once. Why trying so hard? Like, that's what it is, man. Try hard is trying to impress. You don't have to impress, dude. You don't have to impress anybody. All right. I'm not going to lie and say I haven't tried to ski to impress. Typically, that was in my younger days, and typically that's because there was maybe a young woman skiing or riding with our group that day, and I wanted to impress that young lady, and I was a bit more girl crazy back then. Actually, I might still be girl crazy at this age. I don't even know. The point is, don't try hard. You don't have to impress, dude. Just ride. Just ski and ride. Just ski and ride and shut the fuck up. You ski big mountains, great. Tell me about it. Tell me your story. I am interested in hearing your story. But don't turn into the dick that says, because I haven't done it, I'm not real. I'm not a real fan. Because there's people who are just, even racers will do it. Racers be like, you can't downhill as fast as I can, then you're not a real skier. Like, no, I'm just not trained in the same way you are. I just don't like the same things you do. Even though I do like racing, but I haven't had an interest to do it. I don't want to go pro. I don't want to go amateur. I don't want to race. I don't mind bombing stuff once in a while, but typically, I don't want to do it. I mean, mogul guys, they're all the time like, you can't ski moguls. I was like, I can. I don't. My knees don't want that anymore. And that's partly my fault. Again, partly my fault, partly not. Do you see what I'm saying? Am I getting the point across, guys? Live and let live. I'm not always the peace and love guy. I'm not always that way, but when we're on the hill, let's be that way, man. Let's just get out there and just shut up and ski and have a good time and then talk about it at the end of the day. Because that's where me and mine, that's what we do nowadays. We're not out there bombing. We're not out there hitting every tree run. We're not out there saying black diamonds are the only way to go. Yeah, fuck yeah. I'll ski a diamond. Sure. I'll ski the entire place. I want to see the mountain. But I'm not out there to get bragging rights either. My friends and I, we're good with just going up, taking runs all day, going down, finding a place to eat and bullshitting about the day. And that was it. And, maybe getting, a little flirty out there too. We do, I whatever. We're just doing it to be stupid. Most of my friends are married now and everything. So, we don't do that. And I'm trying, even though I don't want to be this girl crazy. At my age, I shouldn't be. It's stupid. Ugh. Sometimes I just, ugh at myself. Anyway, that's just jokes and stuff. The real part is just ski and shut the fuck up. T-shirts available soon with that slogan. It's going to happen. I've said it like 20 times now. I like it. I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm going to put it on a t-shirt. Ski Rex Media merch. But yes, all kidding aside, man, just leave people alone, dude. Because if you are that arrogant to say that your way is better, go have a blast by yourself. Go hang out with the people that also think that way. But I'm going to hang out with everybody. You want to go to the park? Let's go to the park. You need to stay in the learning area? Let's stay in the learning area. You want to go to the top? Let's go to the top. You want to stay at the bottom? Let's stay at the bottom. If you want to ride the diamonds, we'll ride the diamonds. If you want to stay on the blues and greens, we'll stay on the blues and greens. Whatever you want to do. Typically, I'll do it. I'll have my days when it's just like I feel like shit and I just want to ride greens all day. I'll have my days where I feel like bombing, big trails. Even I will, for years having, skied in bad weather, skied through snow guns, all that stuff. There's going to be days now that I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to watch a movie. Like, that's what I'm going to do. Or I'm going to stay in and watch the event. Or I went to Killington for the World Cup race, and I didn't ski that day. I just went there to watch the race, to enjoy the race, to enjoy being outside, to enjoy being in the crowd, to see these women race. Just all you gotta do is just shut the fuck up and enjoy it. That's all you gotta do. Just ski and shut the fuck up. That's all you gotta do. I'll do that with you. And again, I won't do everything with you. I can't go helicopter skiing because it's irrational, but I'm afraid of flying. Can't really do the mountaineering part because I don't know how. Some backcountry I'm capable of doing because I can skin out, and that's fine too. I'll do that with you. Or out west where you could take the lift up and ski into. I'll do that. I haven't done it, so I'm inexperienced, so it'd have to be a slow thing, but I'll do it. And I don't think you're any better than me. Better not technique-wise, but because some of you will have better technique than I do. Absolutely. I don't think I'm that great of a skier. I'm good, but I'm not great. I'll do it all, or I'll do what I can at any rate. But I will never shame you for not doing what I do, and I will never talk shit about you other than this whole shit talking episode really is what it was about anything that you do. I'm not one of these guys. There are guys who ski like me who look at park riders and say, "You fucking delinquents." I'm like, what do you mean delinquents? Like, they're just doing it. Like, if you can get somebody specifically and you see that person being a delinquent, then fine, you have a point. But not every park rider is a delinquent. Not every snowboarder is a knuckle dragger, and not every groomer skier is just a nobody. Ski the way you want to ski, snowboard the way you want to snowboard, and you always have a friend in me. If anybody talks shit at you, we can talk shit together back at them. And don't let anybody tell you you're not a real fan, that you're not a real skier. Unless you really are a tryhard or a poser, then if you get called out, you get called out, and I can't help you. Like, that's just it. If you really are those things, then great. But if you're just an arrogant asshole, then leave people alone. And just ski, and we'll ski together. I hope I hope everybody understands what I'm talking about here. I'm not saying anything bad about anybody. I want everybody else to stop saying bad stuff about everybody. Do you see what I mean? I probably should have explained that at the beginning, not at the end, but that's fine. And I think we'll end this one here because I am running late for the week. I'm all out of. It is Wednesday morning, and I'm recording this on Wednesday morning, and that's again not all my fault. This isn't the most soundproof room, so when there's other things going on, I can't record, or you'll hear that too, like the neighbor's dog barking, like all that stuff. So bear with me on this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe you agree with it, maybe you disagree with it, maybe you hate me now and you'll stop following me. Maybe you got all the way through it and understand it. Maybe I'll put that in the post and in the description and all that. But this is Tim from Ski Rex Media. Once again, check the description for all the contact information. skirexmedia.com, skirexforever@gmail.com, Ski Rex Media on Twitter and Facebook and Patreon. The merch store, which has a link at skirexmedia.com. And that's really easy. You know, I can go plug myself all day. Go to either the description, no matter where you listen to this, whether it be Spotify, iHeartRadio, Buzzsprout, if you watch the YouTube version. Go in the description. You don't have to memorize anything. Plenty of links for you to find stuff. Plenty of links for you to find the written content that I do daily. Plenty of links for everything for you to support Ski Rex Media. And you have enjoyed the content so far. And, you know, the following, at least via social media, continues to go up. Viewership is about, readership, I should say, on the written content is plateaued for a little bit. And, the viewers on the YouTube channel haven't gone up much, but I'm working on it, and we're going to continue for a while and see what we can do throughout the season. So again, Tim from Ski Rex Media. Be nice to each other, love each other. Just ski and shut the fuck up. And we'll see you out there during the season at some point. I'm going to be bouncing around. So if you're going to be at a hill and I'm there, I'll say hello to you. And if I can ski with you, I'll ski with you. If not, we'll just go get hot chocolate. How's that sound? All right. Take it easy. Ski outdoors, ski indoors, ski everywhere, ride everywhere. Do your thing. Ski the backyard if you have to. All right. Peace.